Hey gang, it's JC, and this is your Daily Dose for Friday, September 10th, 2010, a cooperative venture with Mind Active in beautiful downtown Brentwood. You can get us on your mobile phones now. We have archives top of the page, Dave's weather forecast, and the audio of the Daily Dose on iTunes. We're on our 15-month paid vacation, and we roll on. If you're trying to get anywhere in the city of St. Louis this weekend, just remember MoDOT has everything all screwed up. You know, they waited for the Rams home opener to close all the highways down. It's not like anybody has to get anywhere or anything. I-55 both directions at Union going to be closed starting tonight. Poplar Street Bridge, one lane in each direction. Thanks. Highway 40 from 22nd to 8th closed. Yeah, God. I don't know if we're going to end up burning us some coal rans or not this weekend. This has been an absolute circus. Finally, Claire McCaskill yesterday comes out and says, the guy's nuts, okay? He's nuts. Just let him be. Thank you, Claire, finally. 9th anniversary of 9/11. I don't know if you remember this, but we were working at KLOU, the oldies station, on 9/11, and Karen Kelly and Brian McKenna were my partners, and we had a TV up on the wall, out of my sight, but in full view, in their direct vision, and we were just getting ready to put Fernando Vina on the air. Fernando used to do the show every Tuesday. He was up in Milwaukee with the Cardinals, had him on hold. And all of a sudden, Brian he's standing there, and he starts pointing up, and I look up at the TV, which is up to my right side on the wall, up near the ceiling, and it's a direct hit. And I said, this is a terrorist act. And this was well before that we knew that it was a terrorist act, and people to this day still ask me how I knew, and I didn't know, I guessed, but it was amazing. We were on the air for 8.5 hours straight. So there'll be lots of stuff going on. Sarah Palin and Glenn Beck, by the way, are hosting a 9/11 rally in Alaska. Tickets range from $73 to $225, or you can get one free admission for every illegal Mexican that you bring. All right, the NFL kicking off this weekend. We're going to talk about the Rams here in a minute. Patriots quarterback Tom Brady involved in a pretty serious car wreck yesterday. He's okay, but right after the crash, 5 supermodels showed up out of nowhere to try to give him mouth-to-mouth. The Rams, all right, so they skip out on the blackout thing as of noon yesterday. I'm like, is it going to be on TV or not? Does anybody know? And nobody seemed to be able to know. Game's going to be televised. Steve Savard was on with somebody the other day, and they said, what are your 3 biggest concerns about this team this year? Of course, Steve does the play-by-play. He's sort of close in with the team. And he said, number 1, generating offense when Steven Jackson isn't on the field. Okay, I'll give you that. The cornerback situation. Okay, I'll give you that. I forget what the third one is that he mentioned. But why wasn't the first and only answer the offensive line? Until that problem is fixed, doesn't matter how good Sam Bradford or anybody else is, they're going to be watching the game from their back. I think the Rams will win 4 or 5 games. I would probably say 3 or 4. But I figure there's going to be at least one team, maybe 2, that will come in here, with the Rams having been 1-15 last year. They'll come in here and they'll be underprepared. They won't take the Rams seriously, and Sam Bradford will, have a good day, and maybe we'll win a couple of games we're not supposed to win. But I mean, 4 or 5, and I think you should be happy with that, by the way. Triple C, really into the NFL thing. She's in there on Sundays. It's like role reversal. I'm the one in the kitchen making the sandwiches, and she's the one screaming at the TV. She's really into this NFL thing. She's jumping around and everything. The gun in her sweatpants went off yesterday. Cardinals offense woke up last night. Maybe it's because the Reds had a day game and they lost it, and the Cardinals realized they could pick up a game. You've been watching some weird umpiring this week. Matt Holliday is like 20 feet from home plate. He's got his back to the umpire, but he throws his helmet, so they toss him out of the game. A fan tossed out of the game in Milwaukee earlier this week. That made the national news. Interference at second base on the double play. Umps never call that. Cardinals got a break. But Adam Wainwright's got like a 7-run lead in the 7th inning last night. He comes to bat, and Atlanta puts one at his face at 94 miles an hour. Tony don't like that shit, and it could be Tony and Bobby Cox getting into it this weekend. I just have a feeling that's going to resurface. You just don't do stuff like that. All right, the Blue Angels in Metro East this weekend for a couple of shows. Larry Connors, Channel 4, went flying with them yesterday. He tried to say cockpit flight, and it came out cockfight. That's entertainment, folks. That's entertainment. Final season of Oprah begins on Monday. Stories going around that Lindsay Lohan might be doing one of the first shows. But I've seen her on other shows, David Letterman and stuff, when she's been in the midst of controversy with car crashes and DUIs and drug use and getting thrown out of movies and stuff like that. And she's a very good actress, and she gets on these talk shows, and I just think she can act her way out of it. Speaking of David Letterman, Dave, Madonna, and True Blood's Anna Paquin. What do they have in common? Got that gap between their two front teeth. And now the Wall Street Journal is reporting that there's a new trend of people having a gap installed in their teeth by a dentist. They either want to stand out, or they said they're speculating that it makes you look raw and authentic, whatever that means. Or there could be a backlash against all the airbrushed photos. That's sort of like taking matters into your own hands a little bit too seriously. All right, people trying to hook up, so they're doing the online dating thing. And the online dating site, okcupid.com, just finished a study of over 500,000 users. And they're trying to find the most common phrases that people use in their dating profiles. For white people, the most common white male phrases that they find in their profiles: Tom Clancy, Van Halen, golfing, Harley Davidson, Ghostbusters, Fish, as in the band, and The Big Lebowski, the movie. The most common white female phrases: the Red Sox, boating, NASCAR, mascara, Ireland, horseback riding, and bonfires. The guy from okcupid.com says if I had to choose just in generalities, people's list for men: frat house, women, escapism. All right, for black people, the most common black male phrases: soul food, I am cool, ESPN, playing basketball, the movie Menace to Society, tall, dark, and handsome, God-fearing, and most deaf. The most common black female phrases were soul food, the color purple, God-fearing, gospel, Alicia Keys, lip gloss, and the coldest winter ever. That was that 99 novel by rapper Sister Souljah. People just trying to hook up. People just trying to hook up. All right, talk a little bit about the Rams. And as I wrote in last month's issue of St. Louis Sports Magazine, there's a new issue out right now, but this was last month. It was sort of setting people up for the Rams season. I just tried to put it as succinctly as I could, and that was, just don't suck. Just don't suck. That's all people want. Steve Spagnuolo has possibly the easiest job in all of coaching, on any level. But when you run 35 draw plays a game and nobody blocks for Steven Jackson, and you drop catchable passes and you fumble and you don't manage the clock the right way, and the quarterback is on his back watching the game for half the game, and you got underperforming players blaming everybody but themselves for their poor play, and your special teams goof up kickoffs and run backs and punt returns and stuff like that, and you waste timeouts, and the players seem to be going through the motions, and this is what we've been watching for the last couple of years. It's just a hapless franchise. I think they have started to turn things around a little bit. But people just want to have a good time on Sunday. That's all they want. They want to load up on pork loin at a tailgate and be stupid with their friends. And people want to show off their chili recipe when their friends come over for the game on Sunday. But when the season is over, before you even hit your bye week, it's just screwing up Sundays, and that's all people want to do. Girls want to go out and buy a Chris Long jersey because they saw him on TV and they thought he was cute. So this time of year, every NFL coach is being asked the same question. Hey, coach, do you think you can go to the Super Bowl this year? And Steve Spagnuolo doesn't have to worry about that. Nobody's gonna ask him that question. It would be like asking Lindsay Lohan, do you think you're going to win an Oscar someday? Because the answer for Spagnuolo and Lindsay Lohan would be the same. Yeah, maybe, but maybe someday. But right now, I think I got a couple of other things to worry about first. The Rams 1-15 last year. They have won exactly 6 games in the last 3 years, and it feels like it around here. And the Big Red, in all the years that they were here, they never won fewer than 4 games, and we thought they sucked. So, Spags, don't kill the party. It's that simple. You'll be a hero around here. Just don't kill the party. The bar has been lowered considerably. Tell the guys, try not to trip over it, okay? They'll win 4 or 5 games. All right, JC's Eye Candy. You got to see this to believe it. Phil Davidson, running for treasurer somewhere in Ohio. on the Republican ticket. This might be the most ridiculous campaign speech I have ever seen. I don't know who coached this guy or where he got the idea to present this speech the way he did. You have to see this to believe it. And keep in mind, this guy's got a master's in communication. I say he's got a master's in methamphetamine. All right, JC's eye candy. It's right below what you're looking at right now. Look at it. I'm speechless, and that takes a lot. All right, JC's Video Village, final 2 parts of that 5-part series we did back in 1986 in Los Angeles with Pat and Vanna, Wheel of Fortune. And the Wayback Machine is, hey Vern, know what I mean? Hey Vern. So you got Ernest P. Worrell, who was doing those clean gas commercials for about 10 years here in St. Louis. And watch that and tell me if you don't think that Channel 2's Tim Ezzell is channeling this guy. I want to say best of luck to Mike Claiborne, who was let go yesterday by KTRS Radio. You can sort of see this coming. The Cardinals going back to KMOX, and Mike was sort of the lead Cardinals guy. I'm sure he probably saw it coming. Claibs will do well, get picked up by somebody, so good luck to Mike. And Deb Peterson, dumber than a box of hammers, who reported yesterday that he left the station. Like he just decided to put his things in a box and leave. Or he grabbed 2 beers and hit the emergency chute and went down the slide. He didn't leave. He was let go. Big difference. Try to just get a semblance of a clue, Deb. Just anything close to a clue we'd be happy with. All right, that's it. Have a great weekend, everybody. We'll be back on Monday, and we'll analyze the Rams lost to the Arizona Cardinals. We'll sort of see how the weekend went. Tell your friends we're here every day at jc'sdailydose.com. That's it, your daily dose for Friday, September 10th, 2011. 2010. I was thinking September 11th. I was doing so well. Screwed it up in the last 5 seconds. In the meantime, we've beaten this one to death. Have a good one. See you later. Bye.